Hello, in this video I will be walking you through the process of how I designed unique tap handles for Bemidji Brewing. The mission of this project was to design unique tap handles for Bemidji Brewing to replace the basic ones they have now. It must follow the guidelines for all the tap handles. The design of the tap handle should be recognizable to Bemidji locals and even visitors that have tasted the magical brews they have created. The bar patrons will see the taps and their mouths will start to water for the nectar of the gods. Every time a customer goes fishing and goes to bait their hook, they will see the shape of the hook and will wish they were sipping on a nice, crisp German Blonde or IPA. The tagline that Bemidji Brewing uses is "Nice Catch." Here in northern Minnesota, fishing is a popular sport. With Bemidji Brewing being located only blocks away from Lake Bemidji, they wanted to incorporate fishing into their brand. I got the inspiration for the tap handles from their logo, the brewery itself, fishing, lakes, and the experience fishing has along with it. The materials I used were birch, maple, a brass threaded insert, Danish oil, vinyl stickers, wood glue, and sandpaper. For the tap handles to be cost efficient, they had to be under $30. Here is an estimation of how much my design would cost. It is not an exact cost because it is almost impossible to measure the amount of glue and finish I would use to break down into an exact cost. Before I could begin the sketching process, I had to do some research. I had to find out the average dimensions, material used, the do's and don'ts, and learn how to assemble it all together. Watching numerous YouTube videos about designing and creating tap handles taught me the terminology used in the industry and how to conversate with people that work in the brewing world. I found the average dimension of a normal novelty tap handle could be anywhere from 4 to 12 or bigger, and for a shotgun handle, they usually don't go lower than 3 inches or higher than 4. Once the research was concluded, I began the sketching process. After many hours of sketching, roughly 100 different designs were created. The top 2 on this page are the ones that Bud and I decided I should do. Bud recommended to use birch to match all of the handmade tables in the brewery. I had 2 different species of wood, birch and maple. With the shotgun handle, I chose to use maple to see how it would contrast or match with the birch. The next step was to create the vectors of tap handles that could be taken into V-carb and get ready to cut on the shot pot. The file was tested multiple times using MDF boards. Once the file was perfected, I was able to cut the tap handles out and begin sanding and laser etching. The sanding process took quite some time. Then I applied the finish and let it sit for 24 hours. When the finish was done, I printed the stickers and the taps were finished. I would like to say a special thank you to Steve, AJ, Cece, Philly, Jared, Dave, and Kate, and Bud, and anyone else who helped me along the way because I truly wouldn't have been able to finish this project without their help. Thank you. Here's a video that I put together documenting the process along the way. This is the shotbot cutting out my tap handles. We had some difficulty with it because the shotbot wasn't cutting all the way through. Steve thinks that the table was kind of tilted towards the end, so it took a lot longer than we were expecting. Here's them after I cut them out and before the sanding process. I had to glue them together and clamp them so they would be thicker. Here are the shotgun handles being cut out. This time we turned the board to be vertical so it wasn't along the edge that was tilted down. This seemed to work a lot better. Here's Steve drilling the hole for the threaded insert. The laser etching on the hook on the back and the Bemidji logo on the front of the shotgun handle. Steve routed the edges for me. And last but not least, the glamour shot of it actually being used at the tavern. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to get it off the tower, but I did. Overall, I really enjoyed this project. I learned a lot about wood, sanding, finishes, different materials that would have worked better. I learned how to use numerous tools and machines. Got a little sneak peek on the ShopBot for my class next semester. I would like to refine them next semester if I have the chance. I think it would be cool to see where this project could end up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the final product.